Hey, what's up, everyone? We are back. Welcome back.
By popular demand.
Welcome back to our second episode. Once again, this is Tony, this is
I'm
my little brother
Robert.
Robert, and this is Garage Talk.
Thank you for everyone who watched that last video. We truly appreciate it. If you haven't so already, go ahead and watch it. Make sure you subscribe, leave a little comment. But yeah, appreciate everybody who watched.
Yeah. So we got our YouTube channel up. We have our TikTok channel up, and we also are working on an Instagram page and a Facebook page. But if you guys follow us on our personal pages, you guys will see the links on there. We'll definitely work on putting those at the bottom of the video so you guys can check out all the handles on there.
Yep, absolutely. And we're working on, billboards off, the I-10. We're working on merch.
Hey, just like Rafi.
You're gonna see
Rafi. I'm like, damn, dude, this guy's spending a bunch of money on that.
You're gonna see us everywhere.
That's right. No, but once again, I definitely want to thank you guys. Really appreciate you guys tuning in and all the comments and all the positive feedback that you guys gave us on the first video. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. If I could give you guys all a little golden star, I definitely would.
Yeah.
So thank you.
All right, so we're gonna get right into it. This week's episode is gonna be a little bit about relationships. Actually, most of it's gonna be. What? Oh, I thought you wanted to edit that part, dude.
No, it's fine.
All right, so this week's episode is gonna be about relationships. We've all had them. Good ones, bad ones. But we're gonna be talking about some points. And
if you haven't had a relationship, they're out there for you. There's plenty of fish in the street.
At least with a cat or a dog or something. It's kind of scary when they have relationships with themselves.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so we got our first point. I got a few points down, that we wanted to talk about that we think they're going to be interesting points. And the first one that we got is sharing bank accounts. Dang, dude, that's a good one.
Oh no!
I'll take your first stance on what you think about sharing bank accounts.
Absolutely not. I don't know. I just feel just very private about my finances and just my $1.87 in my bank account.
like that's my McDouble.
I don't know. My partner and I have been together for a while, and I think we've tried doing the whole joint bank account thing. We're like, oh yeah, you deposit this amount, I'll deposit this amount. And I never did because I just felt that this anxiety of I don't know, just first of all, seeing money leave my bank account and seeing my own just dwindle and then knowing it's over there. And I'm like, I'm going to get it back. And I'm like,
no, it's like you're at work and you're like, I did not go to Chipotle.
No, thanks, Rob.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I would like to keep it separate. I just feel just because from what I understand, a lot of relationships either who don't last or just don't make it is a lot to do with money, and that's pretty much their downfall. Obviously besides cheating and stuff like that, but
cheating and money after that.
But money is a big factor in a relationship, I feel, and just I don't know. I just rather us be 50-50, pay the bills on time, and I'll pay this, just sell me the half, or vice versa. I just don't like the joint bank accounts for myself, my personal relationship. I think it works best just to, you work hard for your money, I work hard for my money. You do what you want with your money, as long as our bills are paid and we have everything set. I think there's no reason to really have a joint bank account, but that's just me.
Yeah. Being 50-50, I think, is a good thing. Unless I think sometimes when if the man or the woman makes a lot more money than than your significant other, it's well, it's kind of uneven for for someone that's making, just for example, $30,000 a year, and someone's making $150,000 a year. Well, asking someone to go 50-50 on yours, maybe they're just working a part time. You can't really ask for them to go halfway down the middle. It has to be, I don't know. It gets difficult at times because then you're like, well, why do I have more responsibilities than you, and we're supposed to be equal?
Well, I think that's where the conversation needs to happen though. Before you make these big purchases, as a couple, I feel those are the things that need to be talked about. Of saying I I do make more than you or I make less than you, less proportionately, like, hey, we know you can afford this and I can afford this. At the end, it's a mutual thing. You're in a relationship, but I feel like those conversations definitely need to happen before you agree to something. If like my partner comes up to me is like, hey, are you okay getting this apartment and we're gonna go 50-50, knowing I really can't afford it, and I would be like, oh yeah, that's fine. And then at the end later, like, I can't afford it and I have to be asking for money, taking title loans, asking Theo Rico. No, but I feel like those conversations like you have before making those purchases or starting to live with someone.
Definitely like big purchases too. Yeah, because definitely like moving in, together, or even purchasing a home or renting an apartment.
Yeah.
Anything that has to do with that kind of stuff, there has to be something that you agree about before you make those big decisions. Because then everything's all fine and dandy, honeymoon stage, or when you're barely moving in with someone, and it's like, oh, it's fine. Maybe you'll be okay with it for the first 6 months, maybe a year, or whatever the time frame is, and you're like, wow, my bank account seems to keep getting lower, and the other person is spending on this, spending on that because they have all this money left over, and it's like, well, it's not really being equal. But whatever agreement, I mean, different relationships, they split it, or they, because what about when people one stays at home? One can be the stay-at-home parent, and the other one works. And by all means,
I heard
staying at home is a bit. Yeah, when you have kids, it is not an easy task.
It's a legit job. I would honestly rather go to work.
That just made me want to take a drink.
All right, let's cheers to that for sure.
Yeah, for the stay-at-home parents or the mom, the dad. Cheers to you guys, because it could be hard sometimes.
Your kids love you.
Oh, that was good. Oh, I needed that. All right, so yeah, I mean, to each their own, but just make sure that you have a solid, conversation, a solid agreement. I would think that with your significant other, and kind of straighten out, whatever you guys got.
Yeah, as long as you're happy. I mean, if you want to be that person, then go ahead and be
sugar
that
daddy
person.
Or a sugar mama.
If it doesn't work out my partner, I'm looking for a sugar daddy.
SugarDaddy.com.
Pending profile, just in case. I'm on a 5-year wait. We'll see if we make it to 10 years.
Yeah, that's a good point, because I don't know if I could do that, dude. Honestly,
why not?
I don't know. I think it has
afraid
to
of
do.
Giving sugar?
I think you know what? No. I think it has to do more with like pride. I don't know, like machismo, I guess, maybe, because
I cancel him. He's
not in that point, but it's like, I'm Mexican, and you have that kind of sense of pride. Even though I know some people that just don't like to work at all. But what I'm saying is, for a woman to come in and say, you don't have to work, you don't have to do this, just stay at home. It's like, what kind of value do I bring, to the relationship?
You can run the house, but I understand,
as a man, I guess that's just my personal point of view, but.
We're gonna get to gender roles in the next episode.
That's a discussion for a different day. Right, that'll be interesting too.
What about, okay, so now that we've gotten a little financial talk, what about couples who like going to places by themselves versus together? Like, for example, like the strip club. Like, what do you think about that? Like Jags, I know some couples who like going by themselves, like either he or she, or he and he, or she and she, whatever, going by themselves versus together. Or how do you feel about that?
I think
I know you've never gone,
shit,
you're an angel.
Yeah, super angel. But no, I think that it's super cool when you're able to go with your partner, to a place like that. It just shows so much confidence. There's nothing that turns me on more, or that I like more, is confidence, in a woman. If you're able to go with me to a strip club and have a good time, not get upset, because
and hype them up.
Yeah, and not feel not get upset and everything, because at the end
why
of the day,
is she looking at you?
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're just there for the atmosphere, right? It would be a different thing if you go and you're not even paying attention to your,
or you're trying
partner.
To pursue something with your
you're
girl right there,
or oh, I'm gonna go to the privates, no, that shit it's not right, But if you go to have drinks and have a good time and enjoy the atmosphere, the music, I feel like that's super
top tier for you.
Yeah, top tier.
Okay, so number one on the list. Make sure you're cool with going to the strip club.
Make sure you're okay with strip clubs. No, but I do also understand though on the other end is like
Yeah.
if you're not too what is it self confident, or was it like if you don't have too much self confidence and you are gonna go with your significant other to somewhere where there's gonna be people naked and like you might feel a little uncomfortable or get jealous and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think at the moment you like at this age, maybe when you're younger, you kind of argue about those things, but once you're older and you're like, it kind of just works out. It just kind of it's a different.
Te echas un taquito de ojo.
Yeah, and then you're like, all right, babe, let's go home now. But
I don't know. For me, I feel like I've gone with my partner. I've gone by myself, and I don't know about my partner, but I feel like I don't know. I've had a ton of fun, both of us going and not going, but I feel like maybe because my partner is not really into going, and I tend to have more fun when I do go to the strip club specifically by myself.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because I've never been to like a guy strip club at all. I've only been to a girl strip club, and I love it. I think I'd be hyping them up like, yes.
I think the closest thing we were in Vegas and we went to that. It was like you were like, let's go to this club, and you said it. It's a gay club, and I was like, no, you know what? I'll support you. I'm gonna go with you. And
where was it?
And remember, they were like, as soon as we walked in. So this is my vision, right? I walk in through the door, and I see a few machines, right? And I'm a gambler. I like to gamble.
Oh,
right?
Charlie.
So then, but it's in Vegas,
but in
right?
Vegas and Charlie's.
So yeah, my thought is I'm walking in and I see a few machines, especially like the Buffalo machine. That's my shit. That's my shit.
Buffalo.
Yeah, that's my shit. So I walked in, I was like, oh shit, they got machines here. Well, it's Vegas. I was like, that's cool. And then as soon as we passed the machines, I turn around, there's a dude freaking, dancing in a pink thong, just shaking his ass. And I'm like, yeah, I think I want to wait over here by these machines. I thought you had
tipped him $10 in his underwear. No?
Like, folded it up. And you're like, where's Tony? I'm like, no. That's why I was like freaking over there by the machines. But I think that's the closest. It wasn't a strip club, but
you saw like
the closest,
men dancing with not a lot of clothes on.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't know. I think back to each their own. But I don't know. I feel like I tend to have a little bit more fun when I go by myself. I think just because I know that's not my partner's scene, and my partner's more like, no, you go. Anything. Here's a 10. Go get a shot or something. But yeah, I don't know.
And it's not for everybody. You got to understand too that they might just not like that kind of atmosphere and that kind of stuff. But you have to respect it too. But where does it come in where you're like, well, you don't like it, but I'm still gonna go, with my friends or whatever, or you're gonna respect your partner because they don't like you to go to those kind of places, even though you're not doing nothing wrong. That's a good
point. That's a really good point.
Even though you're not doing nothing wrong because you're just going, and you know how you. When it's at the strip club, you sit around on the table just like this and you start ordering drinks and you're just enjoying the atmosphere and talking with your friends, and you're not really focusing like, oh my God, like, checking out the chicks or whatever. But even though, what's a lie? But going back to, do you respect your significant other's decision and say, you know what, just because you don't like it, I'm not going to go because I'm going to respect you and you don't like it? Or you say, no, that's not fair because I'm not doing nothing wrong. I get it. That's not your thing. I don't, you don't like it, but I'm still going to go with my friends. Who's wrong and who's right?
That's I don't know. I mean, I think it's so easy to say, like, when there's decisions like that where, like, say my partner's like, no, I don't like you going over there. But I'm like, well, me and my friends have always done this. We always do this. Like, we're doing nothing wrong. Like, why not? Like, where does that compromise come in?
Yeah.
It's compromise like, okay, well, since you don't let me do this, then I'm not going to let you do this. Is that compromise? Or is it like, all right, like, you can go, but don't go as often as you used to? Like, where does that compromise? Like, how does that work?
Where does it balance?
Like, where does it balance where it's like not crossing the line, or you go but leave before the sun goes down? I'm like, that's when the party's starting.
Yeah.
But
that's a good point too.
That's a really good point.
Like when you're out going out. So this is another thing that I thought would be a good thing to talk about is not just strip clubs itself, but going out with your friends and going out with your partner, right? Not just strip clubs in general, but like even the bar or going out to go watch the football game, because us guys, we love sports, and we're gonna our buddies, hey, we're gonna watch the game at it could be during the week, it could be during the weekend, and I feel like it shouldn't be a problem to my girlfriend, my fiance, or my wife. Like it shouldn't be a problem to to say like, hey, I'm gonna go catch the game with the guys at, I don't know, for example, Buffalo Wild Wings or whatever the case is, wherever you're gonna go, or a bar around the corner. Hey, I think that it should be like,
that's tough.
That's your sports. I'm not into sports, or I mean, the other person could try too if they don't.
But what about if like that partner, like, hey, you've done it like once, like say for example, it's like, yeah, you know what, I did trust him in the fact, like, yeah, go with your friends, in the beginning, which is like, yeah, everything is fine, and then like you're like, oh yeah, I'll be back by midnight, 11, and like you take advantage of that, and maybe you don't really mean to because like you're back at 5 in the morning. You're back at 5 in the morning. They're like, I mean, I sometimes feel like these decisions, or like maybe sometimes when your partner's like, no, I don't like you doing that with them friends because like they've also experienced something where like it didn't like sit well. You're like, no, not again.
Right, man. But I think you should know too, like, dude, all right, I fucked up last time. Then obviously they're gonna get upset if I ask to go again, or not ask, but like want to go again.
It's like, in the doghouse.
Yeah, if you fucked up, dude, like last weekend, no more. Your ass ain't going no more without no damn problem. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then guys, believe me, guys, and if they tell you, oh, it's okay, yeah, go ahead and
abort. It's not okay.
Yeah, it is not okay. Yeah, do not.
People are gonna be watching them like, what kind of relationships are you?
They're gonna be like, damn, toxic ass relationships.
And with that, let's take another little drink.
Yeah.
Cheers to whoever's watching.
I kind of did feel like drinking today. I'm not gonna lie. It's already the middle of the week. Getting through the middle of the week.
You made it.
I'm all getting through the middle of the week.
Yeah. Hey, he's off. Yeah. A little clap to
but yeah. All right. So going back to going out, with your significant other, because there's also nothing better than being able to go out together as a couple and, hitting up new spots. And I think you got to take turns too, because it can't just be one-sided. If you like going to certain spots and your partner or your significant other is accompanying you to those places, you should also ask them like, hey, we went to one of my spots last time. Yeah. Where do you want to go this time? And just kind of bounce back and forth and take turns that way. Because if it's just one-sided and we're just going to the same damn spots that I like or you like, it's kind of like, it gets kind of boring.
Dude, when you go like, oh, you pick, like, all right, let's go here. Nah, I don't like that one. Pick another place.
What the fuck do you want to eat? Like when you're thinking,
what do you want?
What do you want?
For real, but yeah, relationships they can be easy, but they're definitely hard. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's so much to gain from them, but there's also so many things that you have to go through. Like, hopefully, I mean, everybody wants a, happily ever after.
Yeah.
But if you don't ever get to that happily ever after, at least you learned along the way and what to do and what not to do for your, next relationship if you have one again.
Now you said like happily ever after. I have a question for you. And
yeah,
people in the comments, please comment. Do you believe?
Oh shit, it's about to be good. What?
So do you believe in like a fairy tale ending? Like how I feel like sometimes how it makes it seem like, oh, like in love forever, like we're gonna have like this amazing life and like
the white picket fence.
Like, do you believe in that? Like, you're older now that we're older, like we've gone through.
Oh damn! I'm like, fuck, I'm not that old.
I'm like, you're the oldest, and I'm just super young.
By the way, I need you guys, for the people that don't know us, I want you guys in the comments to guess that we're gonna play this just the way we do at the bar. Guess our ages. Okay, obviously he's my little brother, but guess our ages and see if you guys can see how many years we're apart. Okay.
And if you don't see I'm younger, I'm blocking you.
Well, they know you're my little brother. So. But okay, so yeah, going back to believing in
and like that white picket fence
ending. Okay, yeah, I gotta say that I do. I'm a lover at heart. Like I'm definitely not like a fighter. I love and I love hard. When I'm
dude, me and my
Hey, your heart's all going at it with your liver. Bobbing and weaving.
I know.
Hey, like what's that?
The Mary J. Blige was it?
No, Little Kim.
Little Kim dodging bills.
But all right, go on. Let's get back to seriousness.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I do believe in it. I'm a lover. I'm a lover at heart, and I love hard. And when I decide that I am going to be in a relationship and I'm in a relationship, it's in it for the long run. Like I do want the happily ever after, and building as much as you can build together, growing together, raising children together. Yeah. So I guess my answer is yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
For me, it's like I don't think it's like the happily ever after of how like people. No, but I seriously don't think it's like what most people make it to seem or how it has been described to us since we were like little. Like you got like the white picket fence, this and that. I feel like you go through a lot of experiences as a couple, and sometimes like they're very, very like happy, great moments, but sometimes they're very low moments as well. And it's kind of like you kind of get like a reality out of being like, you know what, like
a reality check kind of.
It's something more than that idea of happily ever after. It's kind of like the life you built together, the years you've been together, like everything. And I feel sometimes like love can't explain that, but the love that I feel people think is like that happily ever after, fucking like unicorn going over the rainbow.
That's what I was gonna say. Like
it's not that. I think it's so like more deeper and more. I don't know, just more deeper than that.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say like happily ever after.
Like someone taking care of you when you're super fucked up and drunk.
Yeah.
That's when you know they love you, when you're fucking throwing up by the fucking toilet, either the guy holding the girl's hair or whatever the case is. But yeah, when someone, I think you can tell the difference when someone really is in love with you and when they take care of you, when you find that like kind of nurturing, kind of not to sound like weird or anything, but like motherly instincts, like a motherly instinct from like your from your girlfriend or wife or whatever. Yeah. It's like they're that they got your back. Yeah. Right?
Period.
So like, or like even the best thing is like when they're like, no, I don't want you to drive when you're out of the bar or wherever you're at, and they're like, no, I don't want you to drive drunk. I'll go pick you up or I'll send you an Uber or something. Yeah. That tells me is like you're more worried about my safety than fighting or fighting
or like people who like post like this happy like relationship like super like unobtainable. It's kind of like that idea of like, oh, the Kardashians have made like this body type, the way they look so unobtainable for like the normal people, like really Photoshop. It's kind of like the happily ever after that has been Photoshopped for us to thinking like, oh, this is how it's gonna be, a white picket fence, and like it's not that. It's way more deeper than that.
Yeah. I think it's the experiences you go through, right? That build at the end of the day, years after, and you're, I think the happily ever after will come when you say, man, I remember when not only good stories, but also bad stories, and you stuck through it and you went through it and you're still there, right? So, yeah, that was a good one.
Ivan, if you're watching this, to death, bro, to death, me and you.
Hey, you woke up with the gun in your head.
Me and Ivan on the unicorn together.
Right? Dude, what song would be playing? You gotta what would be a song that you would be playing while you're riding the fucking unicorn? Hey, yo, I need a freak.
Something dirty, I know that.
That shit's funny. All right, cheers.
Oh, cheers. Let's do this.
Yeah, finish this beer. All right.
That's good.
Number 2 coming up.
All right, let's do this.
Here you go.
Oh my God.
On deck.
You know that intro? I don't know if you guys seen it on TikTok. Where it was like, when we were doing our intro right now, like, oh, Tony and Robert. Have you guys seen that TikTok? You already know who I am. My name is Topher. That totally would have been.
Dude, that cracks me up. I just remember that little kid.
Yeah,
you already know who I am. Yeah, that shit was funny.
All right. One of our last topics here is
where we at now? Oh, we at 20. Okay, we have about 5 more minutes or so. So yeah, we're good. We're right on time, baby. Yep. All right, what we got?
The last question I have for you guys. Is last. Where would you want to travel to with like your partner if like money, time off of work, like anything would not be an issue?
Where?
Yes.
Like if you can go anywhere in the world?
Yeah.
I would go to Paris, France, which is totally doable. It's just about like wanting to do it, or
putting things
in order to go. But yeah, Paris, I think, and the reason Paris is because I think they call it the city of love or something like that.
Wow.
But I would love to go.
I thought it was because you knew French.
Well, yeah. Je m'appelle Tony. Tu s'appelles comment?
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
I literally just know like just a few, but that's all I remember from 2 years of high school of French. So.
Oui, oui, oui,
yeah. Bonjour. But yeah, I would like to go to France just to kind of see, how their culture, is on a day-to-day basis. I heard they take like a shitload of breaks. Really? Like they work for a certain amount of hours.
Oh yeah, they love that.
And then they take like a freaking like 3 or 4 hours off, and then they go back to work. I think that's man, that balance is hell yeah.
America.
Yeah, they got to get with it. They got to get with it. But I mean, I do that now. But
I work from home. So.
I do that now. But what I'm saying is that I think it would be a really nice romantic trip, and yeah. I think it's different from kind of because I've been a lot of like boy trips, like with your boys, and I've had a blast and I've had a lot of fun. But at this point in my life, it would probably be like a nice romantic trip with my fiance. So I think that would be really cool.
That's cool. Yeah, I heard. I don't know about you guys, but I've heard like Paris, France has like basically like 2 miles of like really sightseeing this and that, but then after that there's like nothing really to see.
You got the catacombs.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard that like they have like 2 miles worth of like really good sightseeing and like the Eiffel Tower, this and that, but then besides out of that, like there's really like nothing. I don't know. Yeah. Have you heard that?
No, I haven't heard about that. But just I think in my head, like the way I picture France is just like literally in the city where the Eiffel Tower is at,
a little picnic,
the Arc de Triomphe, like
a mariachi.
Yeah. No, not a mariachi.
A mariachi. Yeah, you better bring your culture over there.
But yeah, that's what I pictured, like just like the nice part of the city. I don't think I'll be out and about like everywhere. But
who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, one day that sounds like. Oh, and then. Would you rather go driving somewhere? Because obviously you can't drive to Paris, but if it was a smaller trip. Or wait, first tell me where you were like. What's your destination? Like
if it was like honestly, if it wasn't, if it didn't have to do with like money, it didn't have to do with like being time off for work. If it was like just unlimited.
Yeah. Like let's just say you could take a week off. Like no, not more than a week. Like 2 weeks. 2 weeks because. Yeah. I don't know about going on vacation for more than 2 weeks. I don't know. I feel like I would want to be back home. Like,
I think like my experiences and like what I've done, like if it didn't really, again, I would want to go to heaven. I don't know.
I want to meet my boy Jesus.
I want to go to heaven.
I want to see what it's like up there.
I am gonna go.
Oh yeah.
You better choose that.
Well, no, not anytime soon though.
No,
not. You're all.
I'm all. But these bills, I'm all. Take me now. Take me now. I get it.
I meditate at night.
Whenever you're ready.
Wait, you don't want no lemon?
Cheers. Oh yeah. I have one right here.
All right. I know your guys' mouth are getting the tongue, mouth, everything getting watery by looking at us drink this delicious Bud Light.
Dude, Bud Light fucking gets our video taken down. Like I know.
I hope we get fucking sponsored. That'd be fucking cool as hell.
But no,
I wound up for that one.
Right? No, but all jokes aside, I would want to.
You're like, Jesus, where you at, my boy? I'm here. Hey, on your unicorn, you and I.
Give him a high five on the way
in. With long hair.
Yeah.
Oh, that should be funny.
Yeah, I think I would want to go to Greece. I don't know. It just looks so like beautiful and like I don't know. I heard it's like super expensive. But I'm like,
well, yeah.
It's fine.
In this scenario, money's not an object.
I'm like, we're selling the house, we're selling the cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would want to go to Greece. It looks so beautiful.
Well, I think it's totally doable. Like if you set a goal and like, hey, you know what, this month of next year we're gonna go to Greece. Let's save up or whatever the case you have to do.
My 10-year plan trying to go to Greece.
I'm gonna hit the corner. I'm gonna hit the corner a few nights, save up. But yeah, nothing's out of reach. Everything is possible. So if you really work at it and you set your mind to it, you can take a nice vacation at least once a year,
right?
Or more for the ones that like to travel. I like to travel. Vegas specifically.
Second home.
It's my second home. Yeah.
All right, guys, we have ran out of time, unfortunately. Again, I know you want more. But again, thank you guys for watching. Please leave comments. Tell us where you would like to go with your partner. If you like to go to the strip club alone or not. Do you like sharing your bank account or not?
Yeah.
No wrong answers. I won't judge.
Yeah. Don't forget to, especially on the age thing.
Oh.
Let's see who can guess it.
You already know about
people that know us, family members or friends. You guys already know. So let the new guys kind of, guess a little bit. But thank you guys again, for watching and being our audience. And we hope to see you guys soon. We'll continue to put comments on there on what kind of subjects you guys want us to talk about. This week it was about relationships, and we'll see if we can come up with the next video.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys. Later.